was an instant classic today, guys. We built this one up before afternoon trivia, and it lived up, exceeded the billing today. Absolutely incredible. Here's what happened today. We had the nice, even 7 number of trivia rounds today, all completely different genres. Our first one was rapid fire with MLB starting tomorrow officially. Do you know your, and I should have written current MLB team nicknames, full nicknames required. I haven't done this for a while. Rapid fire. And right off the bat, we had an incredible thing happen. It was John knowing his MLB teams and pitching a perfecto in this one. He knew the Angels. And then last but not least, he knew the White Sox, which was the closing one. Pitches a perfect game on Mark Burley's 47th birthday, who had a perfect game himself with the White Sox. Absolutely incredible start to afternoon trivia. John with the perfect game, and he snaps Andy's 4-game winning streak in afternoon trivia. Game 2, company slogans. Went back to company slogans for this. And Andy jumps back in, and he gets a victory, winning 5-1. Right there, boys. Closing out with "You're in Good Hands" with Allstate. And then the third game, we did hymns trivia. So this was a good one. We had some good songs in here. And it was Andy 80-10 going back to back, winning this one 5-2. Game 4, we did the 2026 NCAA Sweet 16 men's basketball team nicknames. Thought about doing coaches, but need to keep it flowing with more rapid fire. We had Sweet 16 teams left. We had like the Boilermakers, we had the Razorbacks, we had the Volunteers, and then we closed it out with the Blue Devils. And Sweet 16 teams left. This, of course, the first time and last time, first time ever genre, and it went to John, winning his second and knotting it up 2 games apiece. And after trivia, would we have you won this one 5-1. Would we have another 7 games series between Andy and John? 2-2 so far. 1984 film titles trivia. First one, Boggy Creek 2. Great job by John remembering this one of our must watches for the August season of movie watching. And this one was our best game of the day so far. It went to John, winning his 3rd of the day. He didn't have a win last week in afternoon trivia. Really shows up strong today. His 3rd win of the day, and he won a pretty tight one, 5-3. One time it was 3-3. He pulls ahead. In this one we had Nightmare on Elm Street, and we also had Missing in Action, a Chuck Norris film, and we had our customary moment of silence for Chuck Norris, who passed away last week, and it was honored nicely. Good job, guys. And then we did, so John was his 2nd in a row, 3rd of the day. Game 6 was 1965 songs titles trivia. This was a close one. It was 4-4. We had a double steal on the board. Schalk getting Schalk getting a double in this game. But in this game, it was my girl Kay Bella coming in and getting her first career afternoon trivia victory, snagging that game ball. Pretty sure she spiked it, just like she's gonna spike her 7-Up tonight, and she was even eating while playing. Having some spicy Cheez-Its, and pulls out a huge win. Very impressive job by Kay Bella in this game, knowing Help Me Rhonda, knowing a Hermits song, knowing This Diamond Ring by Gary Lewis and the Playboys, and then closing it out with the Four Tops, same old song. And she won this one 5-4 to 1, a tight game. For the game, the final game, big cash prizes, this was a selection. So Kay Bella had the honor of making a pick between 4 choices of genres. She chose 1964 song titles trivia, staying kind of in that same kind of area, and which is apparently a strength. 1964 song titles trivia. And in this one, it was another tight classic. In this one, KB Toys comes into the room before this game. You knew it was going to be difficult with her there, and with the other competitors, with John in there looking for his 4th victory of the day. Andy came back in after being away for a little bit. So we had like a 3 Mount Rushmore contestants in here. Jay Wee was on here. And then we had 1964 song titles trivia. This was close as hell, but Kay Bell was up 4-1, had it in the bag. It got knotted up to 4-4, and then 4-4 to 2-1, and then to close it out, Kay Bella pulls out the victory. KB Toys had the 4 points, but Kay Bella, for the 2nd game in a row, closes it out with a Motown classic, The Way You Do the Things You Do by the Temptations. Great song, and it was Kay Bella winning 5-4 to 2-1. 3 consecutive great close games to close it out in afternoon trivia, and back-to-back wins for Kay Bella in her first wins of afternoon trivia history with a lot of competition. This was an absolutely phenomenal day of afternoon trivia. If you missed this one, better luck. Hope you see you next week. The big cash prizes went to Kay Bella for game 7. We had the frozen pizza, chopped cheese, bistro. Find something at Publix. We're gonna maybe look for FJ tonight. Are we gonna go there? McDee's makes its appearance. There was not gonna be a McDee's. There was not gonna be a frozen pie. We ain't looking for FJ tonight doing this. All right, so we'll do a video of this place. I haven't done this in like over a year. President accounted for today. We had the Andy Man was in, and he had 2 wins on the day. Good effort by Andy. DNR was in, and DNR had nothing, brought nothing to the table. He just he's kind of talking, but couldn't get any points. All right, we had DPCX was in. We had JG53 was back, and he was on shower duties. Didn't need anything. Didn't need to do anything today for shower duties. JG53 AOL Shockinator was in. Got some points, including that double steal in game 6. Great job, Shock. Great job. All right, then we had John was in. Another great performance, picking up 3 victories, quietly being the big winner of the day. Even though he didn't win the big cash prizes, the story of the day really was Kay Bella, who got 2 victories, her first 2 victories, and got the big cash prizes and carries a streak into next afternoon trivia. All right, and then we have Bear Scott came in. Bears got some points, but no wins. Good job, Bears. Susie was in. So Susie was in. Coach Nelson was in today. Great job. Coach Nelly. All right. What song did he get? I think he got one of the songs, like Chapel of Love or something. Coach Nelly. And then we had a couple more. KB Toys, KB92. Got some points, and then JHL was just there. But we had 3 ladies today. So if you missed afternoon trivia today, we had some females in there. It was really nice. You could smell that perfume and really get a sense of just that real nurturing feel today with the 3 ladies in there. And it was a hell of a day. Afternoon trivia. Congratulations to John getting the big winner today. 3 victories. It was Andy 8010 with 2 victories, John with 2 victories. A lot of fun today. There were a few notable absences today. If you're not going to get mentioned for not showing up in these recap videos, the way you get mentioned for showing up in these recap videos is by showing up. Thank you for these guys for showing up today. But for those other few, you'll probably be mentioned next week after March Madness is whittled down to the Final Four. All right, guys, this is Afternoon Trivia, March 23rd. Thanks everybody for playing. It was a lot of fun. It was great. It was rapid fire. We had big sloppy wet cash prizes. See you next time. Take care.